But yeah, I was apprehensive, to be totally honest. I've always respected you as an actress. I've always liked your work tremendously. So on a certain level, I was really looking forward to doing this film with you. And I was just hoping that it went well. And, you know, so I was, creatively, I was so sure that you're so right for the role. If you know what I mean.
So you came in doing Mr. Goody Two Shoes, is it?
No, I mean, I just thought that we'll see how it goes, but, you know, I hope it goes well. I think it took me a while to realize, because to an outsider, you, to begin with, as a personality, you appear very aggressive. You appear very brash and harsh, on the point of being rude, you know.
That's a very fine line.
But, and you are all those things. So it's not that you're not those things.
Oh, shut up.
But no, but I'm saying something else. I'm saying that you're not those things because you're trying to misbehave. You're not throwing an attitude. This is what I got to learn in time. As I began working with you, I realized
So this is me.
I realized that that's what you are. I mean, you're naturally badly behaved. You're naturally...
Oh, shut up.
I was a little disappointed in your sense of humor, of course.
Oh, shut up.
But I hope that it has improved after interacting with me.
Well, I have to say that I've sharpened my wits on you quite a lot.
What is the toughest scene that you felt?
In the film?
Yeah, for yourself.
I think it was the last scene. That was the toughest.
I think for you that would probably be the toughest, yeah.
But when I think of a scene, I always think of what I would do or what I should do in a natural circumstance. And that's how you should play it. What's the natural reaction to this? But the situation was such that it was nothing, there was nothing natural about it.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can predict. It's not something that you can say that this is the way it should go.
Yeah.
It's not something that you should, I didn't even want to do it like, oh, cinematically, this is the correct thing to do. So I wasn't sure about what I was doing at that point. That's why I'd say toughest.
Who's your favorite actress in life? Yeah.
Me in front of my daughter. I'm my favorite actress in front of my daughter. According to her, she calls me Cartoon Network. So I'm like completely Cartoon Network. I'm the best actress in the world in front of my daughter.
No, but seriously, who's your favorite actress?
My favorite actress. I think in the whole of, I think Sridevi.
Yeah?
I would have to say, yeah. She's my favorite. I love her. I told her one day, I met her and I told her, I said, you know, you should really open up a school. Because it's amazing that she knows, I mean, if you watch her, she knows everything about her job. It's not really only about standing in front of the camera. She knows what, you know, how she should hold her body to cut her weight, or how she should, you know, stand, face, speak, light. She knows how to light her face, which I thought
But I think most actors in time...
don't actually.
No?
No. I can't say that most actors do. They don't. They don't pay attention to these details, which is why I think it takes a very long period of time for them to get to a certain finish, you know?
Yeah. Like, would you pay attention to details like this kind? Lighting
No, I didn't.
and stuff?
I didn't, which is why it took me so bloody long
No,
to
but I
get
think that's good in a way. So what is your kind of film? What are the films you like?
to watch.
Yeah.
I like to watch comedies. I like to watch chick flicks, basically. So I like to watch kiddie movies. I like to watch drama. I'm a big action fan. I'm quite eclectic that way. What kind of stuff do you like?
I'm quite a sentimental guy, actually. I'm an ideal audience, in the sense that I'm totally willing to be manipulated by the story, by the director. So, and I'm a very reactive audience.
You clap and all.
I clap, I laugh, I cry.
Same here. Even I clap, I laugh, I cry. I hit people around me and all, so.
I was in a jury once in Locarno, 7 of us.
Okay.
And the entire theatre would just have 7 people watching the film.
Poor thing.
And every film I'd be like, you know,
Yeah.
screaming, shouting, laughing, and they'd all be looking at me, what's wrong with this guy?
What do you do in your free time? I mean, you told me you're going to take 6 months off. What are you planning to do in these 6 months?
Well, I love reading, so
You can't read the whole of the 6 months. Give me another hobby.
I am looking forward to spending time with my kids.
Okay.
And I'm also trying to concentrate on getting physically more and more fit. I'm also reading a lot of scripts actually at this point of time.
So have you found something that you really like?
I have actually. I've found 3 scripts actually which I've liked. It's quite a lot.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. But I'm also planning to get back into production.
What about action movies? Wouldn't you like to do an action film?
Actually, I am planning to do an action film, which will start, which is what I'm training for actually. I'm training for that.
Okay.
And that starts in April next year. So I have a year.
Now we come back to how you prepare for your films beforehand.
Well, I mean, if I have to get fit physically,
Yeah.
then it just takes time to do that. I mean, like in Mangal Pandey, I had to grow my hair.
Yeah.
I had to wait for a year and a half. There was nothing else I could do.
But don't you find it like...
I could wear a wig, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't you have worn hair extensions? Don't you think that it's tiring to work so diligently on it? Maybe you can make do with other conveniences.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you. Wherever I can, I do that.
You could have not grown your hair. You could have worn hair extensions.
I could have, but it's not the same. Yeah. It's not the same.
See, there we go again.
See, there are things that there are some things that I feel work as shortcuts. And that's what filmmaking is all about. I mean, you do things which appear real. They may not actually be real. And I'm happy to do that. But there are times when instinctively I feel that, no, this is something I feel like doing. You know, when your hair is actually that long, you feel a certain way. I don't know how to explain it.
Tell me something now. You're producing your films. You're producing 3 films. Don't you feel that you need to direct? Don't you feel the need to direct? Considering that, okay, now you feel you've established yourself, and I mean, as a producer I'm talking about, you've put in a mark as a producer. So don't you feel that now it's the time for you to produce and direct?
Actually, I would like to direct as well. But I think right now, if I direct a film, I'm pretty sure that everything else will stop for me. And I'm not sure I want to do that yet.
You're the kind of guy who would probably say if you had to take 3 years off and make a film, you wouldn't feel that space. Because anyway, you do one film in 5 years or whatever.
Are you saying that you don't want to see me for another 3 years? Is that what you're trying to say actually? एक काम कर तो film direct कर ले, 3 साल और हम तेरे को देखेंगे नहीं. At this point of time, I'm happy to be an actor. And I'm happy to be supportive of the director and producer. I think I'm a very good support, I think I'm a very good support.
You really are, I have to say, because there were a lot of times in the film where, we were standing around doing, I mean, at least I was, and I would be like, okay, now I know what I'm going to do. And with one question, I remember the climax, I think. What were we supposed to do? I don't remember exactly, but one question. You asked me one question, and you were like, should you be doing this? I was like, God, you're right. I should not be doing this. And it kind of changed my whole viewpoint to what I would be doing. And I remember telling you at that point also that, it's amazing how you redirect the flow to the right way, in the right way.
I think, each person has their strengths, and I think my strength is that I can support very well. I'm not sure how I'll be if I actually directed myself.
So you're basically scared?
I'm scared, yeah. What is your instinct?
About what?
Fanaa.
My instinct.
It's going to release now.
I can't predict anything. I can't predict the success or failure of a film.
Of any film or only of
this? Of any film.
Of any film.
I don't believe that I can predict. I don't believe anybody can, frankly.
I agree with you. Nobody can. But
nobody can predict this because, I mean, I always feel that industry people, at least most of us, are biased. Everybody has his or her own take on what exactly the film should be like. And I'm completely biased about Fanaa. I'm only looking at myself, so it's okay.
But do you think it's turned out the way you would have expected it to when you heard the script?
I feel the film has turned out, I would say about 90-95%, which is like almost there.
That's pretty high actually.
Yeah. So I think we're almost there. What's your favorite scene in the film?
I think there's the scene where, actually there are quite a few, I have to say.
I saw that scene where Ali's and yours.
Huh,
that was a fantastic scene.
Yeah?
It's fantastic. You're brilliant in this film. You really are. I have to say my respect for you has gone up 10 notches as an actor.
It has?
Yeah. After working with you. Because when I see the process that you put yourself through to achieve what you do, I think it's amazing.
What is the process? What did you see of my process?
I saw you getting ready 2.5 hours early. I saw you coming in 2.5 hours before the shot. So if I took 1 hour to get ready, you were taking 2.5 hours to get ready.
That's just because I'm slow.
That's not because you're slow. That's because you're sitting over there and making sure that everything is in place, rehearsing everything beforehand, reading the scene 30 times, memorizing your dialogues and everybody else's dialogues. So all that comes under the context of basically getting yourself ready. So when I think of all that, which I think is very admirable, frankly, even though I may laugh at it and I don't do it, but I really think it is very admirable that you put that much effort at today. I mean, I could understand you doing it, you know, it would be, oh my God, see, he's putting in so much effort for his first film, but it's not your first film. And I think for you to do that even today, I think that is fantastic.
I think I'm putting the effort in because I want to make sure it's not my last film. It's just fear, basically.
But I love the music of the film. Didn't you like the music of the film?
Yeah, I think the music is really good. I liked Chand Sifarish and I like
Mere Haath Mein. Yeah,
These
same
are two
here.
songs I really love.
Did you see Chanda Chamke? That's also turned out very well.
So how has marriage changed you? I mean, do you feel do you feel that marriage has changed the way you work? Is it any different?
Could ask you that.
Yeah, but I was married before I began working, actually.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
In
You were
that
married
sense,
for a very long time. No, but I feel marriage has, in one way, changed me because I feel that I mean, I really saw the world in black and white before that. I really did. This is right, this is wrong. I still do. But, I mean, at least I'm able to see the grey areas now. Maybe I didn't see them earlier. And what about you?
Oh, well,
actually, you got married when you were very young.
I was married when I was very young. Yeah. So, more than half my life I've been married. Well, half my life I've been married. And so it didn't change the way I worked because when I began working, I was already married.
No, not the way you worked, but I mean, you have obviously, I mean, don't you feel that sometimes, like I got married when I was like 24 years old. I'd already been in the career, already been working. I was already, you know, doing things with my life. But did you feel that maybe you got married at too early? Because you were pretty young. I think you were about what?
21.
21 when you got married.
I think that I don't have any regrets about my life at all. Though, you know, Reena and I finally ended in divorce, but I'm very grateful for the time that I've spent with her. And I cherish that time that I spent with her very much. And I value it a lot. You know, life comes with so many different things. And I think with time, I have learned to, one, not be judgmental, which is what I thought you had become. So I was transmitting. But I have learned to be less judgmental. I've learned to ease out a bit. And I've realized that, you know, different people have different point of views and different reasons why they do various things. So I've learned to be more, I can absorb much more. I can
see another person's point of view.
Yeah.
Since this interview is almost over, last question. One good point about me, yes, and one bad point. And the bad point should be really short. And then I will tell you one good point and bad point. And I've already made up my mind. No, first you tell me. No, it's you. I asked you the question first.
One thing good about you and one thing bad about you. Bad point. I think a lack of patience is perhaps your weakest quality. Maybe you can develop a little more patience. And your good point is that you are...
My lack of patience.
Your good point is that you're extremely impatient. No, your good point is that you're extremely emotional. I think that's your strength. So your turn. What is my bad point and good point?
I think what you need to probably work on is the fact that you really need to go with the flow a little more.
Little more?
A little more.
Chalo,
I think you can be cooler.
Next time even more.
I think you really can. I mean, I agree with the thought that, you know, you need to work hard or whatever, but I think that you should have that much confidence in yourself that to know that you will get it right the first time and that you have gotten it right the first time. Just
basically, you don't like more than one take. In other words,
no, just trust your instinct. You keep talking about your gut instinct. Trust it.
I always
have faith in
trust
it.
My instinct.
You don't where your acting is concerned.
I trust my
instinct. No, you don't.
Chalo, theek hai. I'll try and learn to be more with the flow.
The good point about you is the fact that you are still so open. I mean, I'm saying it again, but you are really, the fact that you're open today, or that the fact that you can sit opposite me and ask for criticism and take it. And have conversations with people and accept their opinions as opinions and not just random thoughts going through their heads. You haven't gotten so conceited with your own arrogance.
Let's stay on the good points.
Okay.
La 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 la.
Tell me, as an actor.
Again, actor? I can't talk about it anymore now. Please, for heaven's sake. If you haven't bored the audience, you bored me.
Acha, ye perfect end tha. You know what it should end on?
You think we bored you to tears? Aamir bored, na?
Huh?
Aamir bored us, yeah. You bored us. Oh, thank you. Cut, cut. Wait for the cut, see? You just don't like it because it's brilliant, that's why.
So hopefully they'll cut out all this praising of each other from the...
Yeah, we'll cut it off. Are we done?
Mila?
1 घंटा हो गया? 2 घंटे हो गए?